Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas, my dear pattern friends. It is Michel here from Rapper. So I was talking with my colleague Wouter the other day, and I was asking him what video shall we record next? And then we were thinking, why don't we just keep the tradition alive and record another amazing Christmas video like we did the last 2 years? The concept is very simple, like all the other years. I just push the record button. I don't have any scripts or any plans. I'm just going to be creating some nice patterns in Rapper, and in the meanwhile, I'll be playing some nice Christmas music in the background, drinking some coffee, and just have a good time. Wouter gave me a challenge, which is going to be kind of difficult for me. He's a bit better at this than me, and that is to leave out all the typical, almost cliché Christmas figurative elements. Think about reindeers, no Christmas bells, no Santa Claus, no snowflakes, and try to get some more modern and stylish patterns. If you do love to see me create patterns with all these typical Christmas elements, do know that it's really possible to create them with Rapper. And we have 2 amazing videos already on our channel, on which you can see me create a bunch of these patterns and also download them for free. You can find the link here. Okay, so now comes the challenge. I'm going to leave out all these figurative elements, but still I want to maintain a real Christmas vibe. In this video I'm just going to be designing in Rapper, and in the meanwhile I will share some tips and tricks which will help you to get some more modern style Christmas patterns. Another thing I will be doing with these patterns is making patterns from patterns, which is a really nice technique where you are creating patterns, then exporting them, and then re-importing them to Rapper to make more complex patterns from them. We will also make all the patterns I created available, and I will share a link in the description where you can download them all for free. Without further ado, let's jump straight into Rapper and start creating some nice Christmas patterns. Let's go! Alright, so we are in Rapper now. Let's start the app. In case it's your first time in Rapper, of course you will need to sign up, etc. And I already made a project called Christmas 2025 and made a few patterns. Okay. I'm hitting change image, and I'm going to be uploading a few of my latest images which I found. I'm just going to be speeding up this process now. Alright, so I took these last few images through an upscaler to make sure the resolution is on point, which can be really useful. Let's start with this image. I think this seems the most suitable, since it has a typical Christmas color, but we can start zooming in really well. As you can see, I'm getting the Christmas vibes while you're not really seeing these typical figurative elements. But just the colors are already doing the job well. Just saving this as a snapshot. So if you really want to give your patterns a Christmas vibe while not using all these typical Christmassy elements, I guess the most important tip I can give you is to focus on colors. Think about your typical Christmas color palette. You have these greens, you have these typical reds, you have the whites of the snow, gold and silver, or you can even use some blacks or really icy blue. When using a combination of these type of colors in your patterns, I'm sure people will really get the Christmas vibes. Alright, this looks like a really nice Christmas pattern to me. The warm reds, the golden and the white. Cannot go wrong with this. this. I really like this. Trying to get into some more minimalistic territory here. Something like this. Whenever I see something that I feel some doubts about, I just save it. Because it's easier to just delete some snapshots of things that you eventually are not satisfied with than to recreate something that you did not save. Well, let's explore the other image. So if you want to give your Christmas patterns a modern feel, a simple trick would be to really play around with the selection area. Like, pick a part of a really typical Christmassy element and then zoom all the way in. Of course, this only works when you work with really high resolution source images. In case your source image does not really have the resolution you want yet, you could always take it through an online upscaler. I found a nice free online tool and a link to it is in the description down below. From the colors you can see that it's these typical Christmas candies, while they do get into some more abstract kind of shapes. I think this is perfect. Wanna do something funny with this Christmas star. Let's see what we can do. Now it's slightly too much zoom for this. It does have some vibe. Just saving this as well. This definitely would be useful as some sort of Christmassy thing. I'm just saving it, but I do feel it has too many of these black dots. Okay, here we're really getting into kind of Christmas star territory. Liked it most like this. Giving it a bit more space. Like this. Can do the same thing with less spacing. Just saving everything. Okay, I still feel that even though I'm using kind of cartoon-like images, that it would still be nice to have an even more minimalistic image. let's just try to find something. Okay, so here we have an even more minimalistic image. And as you can see, the background has some kind of subtle pinkish hue. But I think it still works very well with Christmas, since we have the reds, we have the greens, we have some white. Now this already makes me think of a Christmas packaging. I'll just save this one. Definitely like it. I'm just saving this also. Actually, I'll just also save this. I like how it subtly has some kind of cherries on them, and the reds, and some very subtle green hues. Just saving this as well. Okay, as you see, it does feel like you see some kind of Christmas packages, but it's not very obvious. And in the meanwhile, the whole image is some kind of geometric shapes. Let's also explore a bit of rotation. Having it on its side makes it even less obvious that it's like a Christmas package. Just saving this as well. Just playing around with some different tilings. Okay. I think it would have been even more interesting if we didn't have these white dots all over the place. But yeah. Okay, like this I actually do like it. I'll just save it. Okay, let's try one more image. Okay, just this Santa Claus. I think I also took this one through an upscaler. I want to create something really minimalistic. Starting to get there. Although I really do like this image, I do feel a bit limited with only this red and white. Let's head back to one of the other images. Okay, nice geometric, simple, and having all the Christmas colors. Let's see if we can get it slightly more minimalistic, and then I'll start actually making patterns from patterns. So this looks pretty clean, pretty simple. As you see, I'm fiddling around a lot with getting really small parts of the selection area, so we're not getting too many details here. Okay, and something very clean, very simple and minimalistic. Even cleaner. I don't really like these white little dots here. So by just slightly moving the selection area, we may be able to just remove a few of these white dots. Pretty basic, pretty clean. Now let's go over the patterns that I made and let's see which ones are most suitable for repatterning. I do really like this one, so just going to be exporting. Okay, I'm going to be exporting at 1000 by 1000 pixels for now. In some cases I may try to export at larger sizes, but with this one, unfortunately, the resolution of the original image did not allow me to drag it further. But still, we're going to be making patterns from parts of these images. I think we'll be fine. Let's see if I can export it at a larger size without losing resolution. Okay. Even zoom it in a bit more. Exporting. So as you see, I'm trying to export at a largest possible size. As you notice, with some of the images, I can export at really large sizes without having any upscaling warnings. That's largely because the resolution that I had in my original images was on point. I'm exporting last few patterns here, trying to export as large as possible while trying to avoid upscaling warnings. Maximum size depends on source image resolution, tiling, selection area and the number of repeats. If you want to create some patterns from patterns, which is a great technique to create beautiful, intricate patterns to get a right balance between complexity and simplicity, a great place to start is by having your initial pattern a bit simplified. Because you want to make your patterns more complicated once re-imported in Wrapper. If you want to learn all about creating patterns from patterns, I recommend you to check out this video, which I made a while back, which explains all about this subject. Okay, so now I've exported a bunch of patterns and let's just re-import them again and make a few nice new patterns from existing patterns. Let's go. I'm just speeding up the process now. Alright, so we are back here with our uploaded patterns. And let's start having some fun. This seems pretty basic, pretty interesting. Let's save it. Repatterning these images is so fun and satisfying. This does give me the typical Christmas feel. Yeah. So as you see, I'm ending up with a lot of very abstract patterns, yet they all have this Christmassy vibe, and I can just keep on going here with creating more variations to these patterns and be surprised every time. And it's also nice to get a whole bunch of patterns which would work well together. I can try to, in some of the patterns, emphasize the red color, have it as kind of my basics, and then have the others as my secondary colors. For example, like this. Then maybe with another of the images I can focus a lot on the blue colors and then have the red and green as my secondary colors. And I like this one as well. Can also try to focus on having an image where the green is very present and the other colors are used a lot less. Something like something like this. So just look at how many nice patterns I can get out of one simple pattern, and they would all work harmoniously with each other. Could make a whole outfit out of this. Let's do it with one more image. I'm picking this one. It's just a certain vibe. Let's try the blue image actually, to get some really snowy vibes in there. And it's nice again. We can even start to experiment with some seam tilings here. Nice. I'd actually like to return once more to my most favorite image and then play around with some seam tilings on that one. I think this one was very suitable for what we're doing, because it just has the right color setting. Okay, let's go. Yeah, definitely like this. So yeah, eventually we can also see what happens when I'm going to be using metamorphosis here. Dig the vibe. Can even go for circular. Well, I do really like it. So let's go once more over all the patterns, have a look at them, see what we've created today, and I'm curious to hear your opinions. Let me know if it gave you some nice inspiration, and definitely try it for yourself. Let's check it out. That is all, my dear pattern friends. I hope this video already took you into the Christmas mood. As always, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up subscribe, smash the little bell icon and leave a message in the comment section down below, as it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithms. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Have an amazing Christmas and a beautiful New Year on behalf of the rapper team, and I hope to see you next time.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.